Hey guys, so today I thought I'd talk a bit about why it is worth the wait to wait for what you're manifesting, keep working towards it, to encourage you to keep working towards it, because everything that we do manifests eventually. The only thing that ever keeps it from manifesting is our choice to either give up or keep going, because nothing can survive without energy. So if you stop giving energy to whatever it is, kind of goal that you want to achieve, of course, it's going to die off and act like it never even happened, like you never even tried, and that's probably what you're going to wish never even happened, that you ever even bothered to try towards it, because it didn't work out, and that is because you gave up too quickly. Even 5 years is still a short amount of time to wait for something to manifest. Like, that's still... If it manifests within 5 years, you're quite lucky, and that is quite fast. But you know what? We have to be willing to fight for what we want. But everything is worth it in the end, because nothing comes without struggle, and you will get what you want. Just because it's not there for you right that second when you think it's relevant doesn't mean it's never going to show up. And there are lots of things. I just talked to someone recently, and actually quite a few people in the past about this, that the law of attraction and manifestation, all of that, it doesn't work. I think my camera's crooked, but then again, it's just my phone always tends to sometimes look crooked, and it's actually like, I'll be like watching the video to like, you know, just make sure that everything went smoothly and everything, and see what I think about it and all of that, and then it's not even crooked, and I just said that my camera was crooked, and it's like, how embarrassing. But it does, my phone does end up looking crooked. So even if it's not crooked when you guys are watching it, it's my phone that looks crooked. But more back into the video, I just kind of wanted to mention that because I feel so weird just always saying my camera's crooked, and then you can't see it when you're watching the video, but I see it because my phone is like this, even though the screen is still straight. I don't know how that works, but whatever. But everything that you are trying to manifest, it all happens in divine order, and this is what a lot of people get confused about, is they don't educate themselves in anything else. So of course they don't see the other fucking side of things, and this is really, really important to know, is that everything happens in divine order, and everything happens to you for a reason, and everything happens when it is meant to happen to you, and nothing more than that. So it's not that it's not manifesting, it's just that you're not being patient enough. And I know sometimes it can take a lot of years, like lots of my goals take a really long time to manifest, but no doubt they manifest. And again, that's how the law of attraction works. But doesn't mean that it's going to happen for everyone so quickly. A lot of people think that the universe is just going to drop your desire into your lap, and that's not how it works. The universe helps you, guides you, but if you refuse to acknowledge that guidance, firstly, some people do though, some people don't acknowledge it at all, but even if you do, it's like important to keep putting in the effort, because if you stop putting in the effort, the universe stops putting in the effort, because it can't do all the work for you. It won't do all the work for you. And it can put us through these also tests that some people view as cruel, and this is why the learning is so important, because it's really not cruel. It's just all a process, and it's all teaching you to grow to the point that you can actually, you know, have those goals and those things that you want in your life and achieve those goals. That's kind of what I meant to say by goals. But it prepares you is all it's doing, and people don't acknowledge that because, again, they don't do the learning. All they do is learn the steps of the law of attraction and fuck everything else. They think that they already know everything, and that is not true. There is so much to learn. Even I'm still learning. And I can tell you from experience, there is a lot of steps that people do wrong. So some people think that the law of attraction is complete bullshit. Some people think that the law of attraction, for example, in spirituality, you know, being probably one of the most known things right now in this world by everybody. I know something that everyone wants to fucking try, it seems like, but they don't do the rest of the research. They just look at the steps and think that they know it all, and that is not the fucking case. It's not like looking at a fucking recipe, okay? Like, the law of attraction might be, but spirituality and making things happen is not a fucking recipe. It is a fucking book of recipes that you need to learn so that you can properly create what you want to create and properly have it come to you in your life naturally. Because even just putting your desires on some sort of pedestal, you know, like viewing it as greater power than you and greater force than you, already, believe it or not, again, not a lot of people do this extra research, but you should, because here's the thing. We might think that constantly thinking about our desires is making it manifest, which it is to an extent. Here's the little glitch part, is that what we are constantly thinking about, it does manifest, but if we think about it to the point that it's higher than us and that we're not worthy of it and all of that, or just higher than us in general, it's not going to come because we automatically create that resistance. So it's just kind of frozen and stuck in time. Well, we're just waiting and waiting and waiting for it because we think that it's greater than us, which is basically saying that it is on a higher level than we can ever reach. And we expect it to fall down to us, but we are holding it up like this. So there's no way that it can really come to us in that way. It will be with us, but it's waiting for us to lose control over the situation so that it can come into our lives and help us, and so that we can achieve our goals. And so a lot of people mix these things up and don't do the extra research, and they think that just because, again, they look at the instructions for the law of attraction and all of that and the wisdom behind that and everything, they think that they know everything. But you need to do more learning for these things to work out. And especially if you're an impatient person, the learning really, really does benefit you. Because at the end of the day, the other facts that you learn about spirituality and the spiritual realms and spirit helping you in the universe, all of those things involved in spirituality will help you gain patience and understanding as to why it is not in your life right now. Because again, it's like, if you were to skip towards your goals, this is why everything happens in divine order, and specific things need to come into your life first, whether we like it or not. That's how it is. And because if we try, and if there was any possible way that we could skip through the transition, we wouldn't be ready for the final outcome to happen. That is why the transition is called the transition. That's why it is a transition. That's why we go through what we do, so that we can handle the things in the future that are yet to come. And even if you can't see it now, just think of a reason that it could benefit you positively, because everything that happens to us benefits us in a positive way. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter how bad it is. It benefits you in some sort of positive way. You just have to be willing to find it. And if you're going to trap yourself in a negative little dark ass corner, it's like you're not going to fucking get out of that corner because you refuse to see that there is light in any corner or any other corner. So you're not going to make it to any other corner that has light in it. And a new door, new opportunity for you. You're never going to make it there if you're keeping your face stuck in the darkness. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I found it really helpful and hopefully motivating towards your future and your daily life. If you guys have any questions or video recommendations for me at all, feel free to leave them in the comments below this video.